Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer and today I'm Gamesplaining Ettin. If you have watched my first video, you'll have an idea of how Ettin plays. I have set the game up as a 4-player game. I'm doing something a little bit different today that I'm actually starting partway through the game. If you haven't watched my Gamesplanation video, you'll find the first age is actually played through during that Gamesplanation. So I decided not to play that again, but I would do the last age. There are 3 ages in the game. And we're focusing on this player. So I'm going to jump over all of the decision making that the other players are doing. But this player's enemy is that side and his friend is on this side. As you'll notice, I have played through the first 2 ages. He doesn't have any nation cards left. And neither does that player over there. He has a whole bunch of defense here and here. Defense is whenever you've played a defend card, which is marked by this shield, they will then get pushed down to then stay for future rounds. So the first thing that happens is we give 15 money to each player. Next, we draw 4 cards for each pair of enemies. Because this player has the initiative token, he's going to choose a card first. That card. This guy then draws 2 of these cards. He's probably going to take those 2, and then this guy gets these. So then you decide with those 2 cards if you're going to spend the money to keep the card or pass them in to get the income. So it's going to cost him 12 money to keep both of them. He thinks he'll do that. This player thinks it's a little bit rich for his blood, so he's going to pass that one in to get 3 money back. And so this one will 3 money in, 13 money out, so it'll cost him 10 to put that into his war camp. We then come down to peacetime, so it's these 2 are now taking elements, so it's 2 out of the nation area from each player. Now this player doesn't have any left in his nation area, so all that happens is he will grab 2 more from the shared deck. And between them, they're deciding who is getting which 2 cards. So that's a free attack, a blah card, but someone could get that. Probably worthwhile doing a split out that way. So this guy will take these because he can afford to get both of them for 18 money. And this guy is going to spend 12 and 0. Or he could spend 12 and pass that in to take 24 money, which he thinks he might actually do. It's probably a better way to go. So that will only cost him 8 money going in into his war camp. Okay, make sure you remember to put out the 4th area to see what they're actually battling over as their 4th area. Okay, we then move down to the skirmish, and once again we take 4 cards from here, and just like last time, the person with the initiative takes 1 of these cards. Probably worth his while to take this one, so if he wins this battle he's going to get to take another spoil, so it's probably a worthwhile card for him. This guy gets 2 cards. He's only got 1 money. So if he were to take this one, he could get the 4 money. So he'd have 5 total. He's not going to be able to afford that one. So he might take these 2 in. Send that over here. So this guy can now spend, he's got 6 only. If he throws that one in, he'll get 4 money back. And then he can throw 3 in to be able to employ that one. And this guy, he's going to throw this in to get 4 money. He spends 3 of it to get that, so he takes 1 money back in. Okay, now we come down to the war. At wartime, you're taking all of your cards and selecting where to put them. Now, this guy has an absolute plethora of cards. It's just a matter of what this guy's going to do. So, because this initiative, this guy will place 1 of his cards straight away. And he thinks he's going to straight away go after that. Because this is going to give him 5 money plus 1 for every card in the enemy's retire pile. So it's more worthwhile for him to have it than for him just to stop him from getting an absolute packet of money. This guy could go all of his cards up there to get that, which might not be a bad idea. Or he could just go after a location and try to do his best with it. It's probably more worth his while to go after that one at this point in time. So each of them playing 2 cards. This one's going to let him have a look and see what the other guy's got. So he might hang on to that because he knows the other guy only has one card left. What he might do is hang on to that for a sec. He'll play these two on that area. This guy's going to play his last card there. This guy's now going to play the eye token on those three. So you can see that he's coming at this with 19 points worth of attack. So all he'll need to do is add to that number to get up to it. So he's on 7, plus that one is 19, and he'll throw one more up there. So he makes sure he gets that, and he thinks he'll just do a bit of a spread of these. It doesn't really matter because he's going to win no matter what happens. Okay, now that everyone has placed their stuff, we flip the cards over. Okay, we now work out each of the battles. So starting at the ruins, no one has fought at the ruins, so that is just left alone. This guy has Terrify, which is going to remove one of the enemy to the enemy's retire pile. And he's going to do it on this one. This guy now wins because he's got 19 against 17. Now that the battle 1 tokens have been passed around, we go to that 4th level. So this is the winner. He's rolling against that, so it's a +2. So this has 4. He's most definitely won that card. And what that gets for him is 5 coins, +1 for every card in my enemy's retire pile. So at the moment, my enemy has this retire pile with 12 cards in it. So he would be taking in 11 money. This guy's won this battle. He should be able to take in all 3 cards, but because he doesn't have any ranged or flying units, he's not able to take those 2. So he just gets the 1. This guy, because there are no things for him to be able to take, he takes one of the cards out of the nation of the enemy for each of the wins. He's got 2 wins over the 1, which means he's going to get the 15 in. We then look for any blue symbols, which I'm not seeing any of. Then we go to any of the pink symbols. So this is a produce ability, which means he can take that because it still survives. Anything that doesn't have the little marker just above it is a defense ability, which would only come into action if there was actually a defended space. Anything with this goes to the war camp. That is 5 money. That is 6 money in for both him and the ally. This one doesn't matter so much because that's moving a troop of your choice from here to your allies camp. So just to keep this spirit of actually doing everything, I'll move that one across to the war camp. It doesn't really matter at the moment, simply because the war camp and all that's going to be added up. Then there's 2 troops to the war camp. Once again, it doesn't really matter too much. It's gained a list of gold, which is 3 money. Don't forget about the things on the actual board. We don't have any nation cards left, so we take them from the top. So there's 2 of them going in and none going out. And that is everything. We go to counting up the score. So all of these count as if they're in the retired pile. Everything that's in the war camp counts as if it's in the retired pile. Don't worry too much about keeping them separate. So all of your points are coming from here, here, and 2 points per gold. And they'll be for both players, and then add them up. So really quickly, this player has 63, 63, 64, 65, 73. 73 points plus these, which is another 30, so it's 103 points. Then do the same count up over here. Okay, and the final scores are 22 points, 20 points, so 42 total. And these guys are 103 and 130, so 233. You can see it's an absolute walloping. There's no competition on that at all, and that's really unfortunate. But that's the way of the game. So that is Ettin. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be Gamesplaned, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the Gamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.